You are allowed a yes or no answer. Will SWIFT exist in 5 years' time? John?
Yes. Yes. No.
Yes. 5 years? Yes.
Literally the same answer. 5 years? Yes.
Well, we'll come back in 5 years and discuss it. Thanks so much.
Hey everybody, it's Eddie from Tokyo. This is your cryptocurrency update from Japan, and that was Michael Maybach, the CEO of Mastercard, and he said no, SWIFT will not be here in 5 years. Well, in this video, I want to also share with you the reasons why I have sold all of my XLM. That's the Lumens token that secures the Stellar network, and also a wonderful production from a film director who's been active in this community since 2018. And of course, some fluff. Today's fluff, well, it's something I've never seen before. The video I'm going to share with you is a mashup clip from Benzinga, this YouTube channel. It was uploaded about 2 days ago here. There are only 751 views. This is, for me, it it reinforces the decision I made about 6 months ago. I do share my portfolio with my Patreons, and the last time I shared, I got a lot of questions as to why I wasn't holding XLM anymore. Well, you know, I've been for years waiting for a use case, especially from the Stellar network, where they are utilizing in a serious way their Lumens token. And you'll hear in this video now just exactly why I decided to stop waiting.
Judd founded both, co-founded both Ripple and the Stellar Development Foundation. And originally it was a fork, I think, for about 8 months, and then they rewrote the entire code base.
Even though Lumens is the native token, you aren't necessarily looking for all of these transactions to be facilitated through the use of Lumens, that you're actually just as happy for them to use other stable coins. Tell me about that.
We sell Lumens. The Lumens were the assets that were provided to us at the outset of the creation of the foundation. We sell them on centralized exchanges. We make sure that folks understand that we do that. So we try really hard just to be as honest and transparent. But none of the revenue, all of that revenue comes from, the revenue for the foundation comes from the sale of Lumens. We try to keep it very small in terms of the amount that we sell. And we also then don't take in any other revenue from anywhere else. And what users who are sending value look for is a stable asset that they can leverage to make sure that they send and receive the same thing. So that's, we think stable coins are the best. Blockchain is awesome at solving cross-border payments and just payments generally. I mean, we are building smart contracts into the network. That's going to feed you liquidity into payments. That's going to happen later this year. We have an automated market maker in the network as well that folks can leverage from a wallet standpoint. You can have wallet interfaces there. There's also the DEX, and so those are leveraged for payments. We have 30 different stable coins that are issued on the network that are based on local currency that are one-to-one fiat backed. We think payments should be in stable coins. USDC Stellar is one of the big ones that lots of payments companies want to leverage, wallet providers want to leverage. So you can have wallets that are connected to Stellar, and very simply through an API with MoneyGram that MoneyGram has made available, working with us, you can then take your cash into a MoneyGram location and immediately convert it into your digital asset of USDC, and then do what you want with those assets, because your crypto, your wallet, your keys. And we had an over 500% year-on-year growth with respect to payments volume, and that's awesome because that's what we want to see.
I'm very much aware that a lot of people are going to be unhappy with me on this video because they hold XLM, but I just have to be honest, I guess, with what I think. This is a token that secures the network, and that's great. Just like XRP secures the XRP ledger, that is something that is needed, but that is not enough utility for me. And I do also know that Flare Networks is going to make XLM an F asset. So it will have some increased utility. Will that be enough for me to buy back in? I just don't know. But when I see that Stellar is selling XLM on decentralized exchanges, and this is their only source of revenue for the Stellar Foundation, I just can't get behind that kind of utility. So when I see it as funding the operations for Stellar Foundation, no, I don't want any part of that. And the big question that I have is, and I should ask Gary Gensler this, is why isn't XLM a security? I mean, they're selling on the centralized exchanges, which are to the retail investors, and they're being clear and transparent about that. Well, John Deaton did weigh in, and he says that the honest answer is that Stellar is not a threat to the Cartel banking system. And as we've all said before, if XRP is deemed a security, then almost every altcoin in existence is a security, making the Ripple XRP case of massive importance to the industry. He's absolutely correct. And as a side note, just to be clear, because I do hear this mixed up often, Stellar, the network, is currently not a fork of the XRP ledger. It was for about 8 months, as it was said in this video. So they went and completely revamped the code base. So it is a unique blockchain. All right, let's keep it moving. CZ of Binance had a very interesting tweet about an hour ago. I'm a big shopper, and so this really caught my attention. He said that this is the worst time to do a sell or raise money. Everyone will think you're insolvent. Hang tight if you can. And then he references this particular sale of Zendesk. Zendesk is a company that has probably about 50% of the outsourced support that this industry uses. And just a couple of months ago, they rejected a $17 billion bid. And now they are going to sell to a private equity group for just $10.2 billion. This is my point. This is the time to go shopping, and especially for private equity. And the wonderful thing about Linqto is not only allows for the retail investor to get in at minimums of around as low as $5,000, which is just unbelievably low, but now they are starting to pick up shares from people who are sitting on shares of companies that haven't yet IPO'd. I'm going to put a link to the sign up page in the description below. This is the time you want to pay attention and see what comes across the platform. In a little less than 8 hours, I'll be in the live Twitter space for the Lighthouse Report. I'm one of many contributors that will be there, and you can learn about this new, very creative, innovative market research report that is coming out in July. Please join us at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The heat has arrived in Japan, and today had a record hot day at 104 degrees Fahrenheit, which is just about 40 degrees Celsius. It's getting really hot. I turned on my air conditioning 2 days ago. I think it will probably remain on until October. The summers are extremely warm here. I want to tell you that we're jumping to the fluff because there is a new product out there that takes care of your garbage in this heat. Japan has developed a trash can that freezes garbage, and it does so to prevent bad smells and even reduce a cockroach problem. Yeah, if you live on the first floor in Japan, that can be a real problem. It's called the Clean Box. And especially for organic stuff, many older apartments do not have a garbage disposal. Those disposals really didn't become popular until after the year 2000. I don't think this is going to pass the green test, but they claim that it is a low use of energy, just 0.07 cents a day, and your choice of 3 colors, it will run you about $350 US. I'm going to let Notorious XRP take you out on this video. This is a piece of work that he completed and shared with me today. So do enjoy. Take care. Sayonara for now. Bye-bye.
What is up, good people? Juggling here. Hope you're having a great day. You know, I think the SEC has conceded this case. They understand there is no winning. We're going to go over that. You have Ripple at the precipice of an IPO as a private company, well over $10 billion in valuations. I think last round they were at a $15 billion. What important information did we learn yesterday? Because as I'm sitting here, I'm like, man, this sucker is over. Signed, sealed, and delivered. Now, I don't think the SEC is going to take an L here. We heard John Dean talk about this. Why would they? Remember this. This isn't a minor detail. This is major. They do not want to give those documents up. I think they know they're going to lose, and they still ain't going to give those documents up because they're going to settle out. What are they thinking? Well, they ain't thinking. They're not thinking about winning, at least.
What are they thinking? Well, they ain't thinking. They're not thinking about winning, at least.
Because that's just not a possibility at this point. This thing has just spiraled out of control. Next time, maybe the whole personal opinion gambit ain't going to work. You'll have to do something different. I think it was a little damaging to send an unseasoned attorney out there because I think she got rattled.
We know how this ends. We just don't know when it ends. Hang in there. We're working through this. We are on the right side of history. XRP is not a security. It's not an equity position in a company. It's not a debt security where you're entitled to some sort of repayment of your funds plus interest. It's simply computer code, a tool to get a job done. It is a commodity, and that's how it will trade.
The only crypto project in the world today that does anything close to what they describe, those proposed regulations, well, it's Ripple. How can you say that they're bad when they are doing exactly what is going to be required in the future before they require it? It's all going to boil down to the reality, economic reality of what you are doing. Are you just spinning off, tokens to people, some sort of Ponzi investment, or do you have a real service for real customers? Ripple is a multi-billion-dollar enterprise because of those very real services with very real partners. We ain't losing this, people. Sit back, enjoy the show, laugh at the SEC as they fumble through these proceedings, and know victory is just on the horizon.